My Place programs occurring right across New South Wales this year as part of the O'Farrell-STRATA government's commitment to regional and rural New South Wales. So from Armidale to Albury, Balmain to Broken Hill, you'll find My Place programs occurring where fair trading's coming out and making sure consumers are protected and making sure that marketplace is secure.
My experience in participating in the My Place program is that I always learn something. Every time that I engage with a trader, invariably we get information about how fair trading's performing, also about their understanding of the law, how we can improve things. So it's a positive experience, I think, for fair trading and our officers, but hopefully it's also something useful for suppliers of goods and services to make sure they're doing the right thing by consumers.
To look out for, right? You see a car, right? What's one of the first things you might have a look at before you shell out your coin? The condition of the car, that's great. Yep. What else?
Oh, the kilometres.
Who said kilometres?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Now one of the issues, sorry mate, you've got compo, haven't you? Yeah. What can you do? You can make a free phone call now.
Free fair trading.
Oh, well done. There you go.
Yes.
Hey, how's that? REVVED is probably one of the most incredible things that any government department in New South Wales does when it comes to engaging younger people. For most young people, the biggest investment they'll ever make, if you call it an investment, is in a new car. And we're out there making sure that they know what the pitfalls are, what to look out for. So when they make that first purchase, they're protected and they have all the information available to ensure that that's a happy purchase and it's a good purchase. The Australian consumer law has to be one of the most incredible pieces of consumer legislation in the world.
The Australian consumer law sets the business rules for how traders conduct themselves in the marketplace. It's those basic rules around making sure that when you buy goods and services, they're the goods and services that you expect. Consumer guarantees are something that I want to talk to every consumer in New South Wales about because it's an important protection that I think a lot of people are unaware of.
I see My Place program as a vital program that is important not only for fair trading to get out and engage with the local communities, but also gives them an opportunity to see what we can do for them.
It was great because we found out about general rights of consumers, and we found out stuff we didn't know about, what we can claim for insurance and also for liability, all to do with your rights as a consumer. So about cars, house, scams.
There's been a proliferation of scams occurring right throughout the Commonwealth. That's why we've made the tough decision to take leadership on this issue in New South Wales. As part of this, there's a two-pronged attack. There is a direct approach by our fair trading investigators, but there's also the education side, where we try to, as the Commissioner says, harden the target against these unscrupulous operators.
We've seen an outbreak of scam activity in New South Wales in the last 18 months to 12 months. That scam activity is aimed very much at vulnerable consumers, the elderly people who are at home, who take those telephone calls during the day or are at home when that person comes knocking on their door. One of the best ways that we think we can protect consumers is to tell them about their rights in the marketplace. Under the Australian consumer law, when somebody comes to your home, there's a whole lot of things that they must do to comply with the law and the protections that are available to you, including a 10-day cooling off period when no money needs to be exchanged. We want to make sure that people are aware of those things.
So I would ask two things. One, the fact that you're here today is like being immunised against the flu, vaccinated against the flu. We're vaccinating against you having your life savings stolen from you. Be our eyes and ears. As soon as you get one of these calls, we want to know about it. And then we can do the media, Stuart can get out on radio, newspaper warning people, which is key.
Well, they don't get it probably from anywhere else, and I would say quite a few people would be caught. Now that I've been to the Fair Trading seminar, I'd go to the nearest centre and lodge a complaint.
Contact Fair Trading on 30 32 20.
STRATA sessions are a really important part of the My Place program because STRATA is an overlooked area in people's minds who live in strata. In strata they don't understand the rights, obligations, all of that. So this gives them the chance to come in and get involved and understand that they haven't just bought a unit with small levies, that they're actually part of a community, there's rights, there's obligations, and this gives them a chance in 2 hours to get a really solid overview of all of that and to ask the specific questions in relation to their scheme, which, like tonight, there were some really complicated questions. They're about unit entitlements, there's suddenly people realising that they've got to go to lands to find out what the lots, what the common property is. So it gives them the direction to find out the information to make their place work well. And that's a pretty good outcome for My Place.
I felt the strata session was really well presented. Michael Courtney did a great job at presenting the information very clearly, and I like that Michael at the very beginning of the session put up all the questions on the board and then he addressed those questions throughout the session.
The My Place program is so important to the community because it gives them a forum where they can air their issues, where they can feed back to fair trading what doesn't work for them in government, whether they be a landlord, an estate agent, a motor dealer. The information we get from licence holders and the community is fed back to our policy branch, which helps when legislation is being amended, when there's forums going on, that they know that these are the issues that are affecting people out in the community. We also like to remind the community that we're there, no matter what they're engaged in the community, they are our customers and we will do what we can to assist them.
The first thing to do if you've got a problem is go to the trader concerned and see if you can sort it out. But if you aren't successful, come to Fair Trading. That's our job. We can provide you with information, but importantly, we can intervene in the marketplace on behalf of you and see if we can't resolve that problem. And I'm pleased to say in about 80% of matters, we are successful. The Fair Trading web address is fairtrading.newsouthwales.gov.au, or you can ring us on our general inquiry number 133220.